Who's ready to rage? Primal Rage, that is. In this video series, we're going to be digging into the Primal Rage roster and doing repaints inspired by the characters from the popular video game. The first repaint I'm going to do in this series is Sauron, the T-Rex, and fortunately, Playmates had a line of action figures back in the day that will be perfect to use for reference and inspiration. I'll be doing this design of the Playmates Sauron on the Mattel Tarbosaurus. The color palette is very simple, just yellow, orange, and purple for the primary colors that make up the Sauron deco. I'll keep the spirit of the original figure in mind, but also going to go for a more realistic take on this design. With all that said, let's go ahead and get started. First up, it is business as usual. I have the figure primed in white, and then I'm going to go in and lay down my base yellow color. I'll then want to warm up that yellow a little bit by adding a bit of orange to the yellow paint, and then start to add all of the orange details like the orange stripes along the back. With the base color done, now it's time to break out our secret weapon, masking putty. And what I've done is I've gone through to sort of plan out where I want the purple stripes to be with the masking putty. That way I know for sure where these are going to go without having to commit to the paint. Everything is looking good, so I'm going to go ahead and break out some Model Masters purple, and we're going to lay down the purple stripes all along the masked off areas. So I have all of the purple done and everything is looking good. And now I can remove the putty and see how the deco turned out. Masking off is one of my favorite things to do. Just really, it helps you kind of plan everything out ahead. That way you're not having to make it up as you go along. It really just sort of takes the thinking out of it. And it really cuts down on the amount of messing up that might happen, especially if you're doing a dark purple over a yellow body. That would be really difficult to clean up if you made a mistake. So this is really the best route to take when you're doing this combination of colors. Now I'm going to go through with the airbrush, and I'm going to add some of the finer airbrushing details all over. I'll add some fading on the face, and I'm going to outline the stripes very lightly just to get a nice smooth transition to give it a more natural, realistic appearance and less kind of sharp and cartoony. Now I'm going to hit up all the little finer details. I'm going to paint the mouth with a dark flesh color, and then I'll hit up the teeth with an off-white, and I'll paint the claws in off-white as well. And then I'm going to do the eye red with a yellow pupil and a black dot. Now to finish things off, I'll be applying a couple of different washes to really bring out the details and give it that gritty, realistic vibe overall that I'm going for. I've got some Citadel Flesh Wash for the inside of the mouth. And now I'm going to grab a darker shade wash for the claws, and I'm going to work it down into where the claw meets up with the base part of the skin there. And I really want that to sort of be accented really nicely with that shade wash. And it's also going to bring the brightness of the claws down and make them look a little bit grittier. And then I'm going to take a very light shade glaze. It's just transparent burnt umber thinned down with a significant amount of water, and I'm going to glaze it over the body. This will sort of just blend everything together and give it a nice smooth transition between all of the colors on here, and it's going to give it that gritty vibe overall. And then what I'll do is, to finish things up, seal it with some matte varnish, and this guy is done. Now obviously this is Primal Rage, so he's going to need some opponents to fight. So be sure you tune in to next week's video where I'll be doing my take on the Primal Rage character, Blizzard. That's a custom that was a fun one to do, and I'm excited to see these two together in the photo booth battling it out. So that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found the information provided useful and inspiring, and it has helped inspire you to get out there and create some Primal Rage repaints. If you do decide to do these, remember to tag me over on Instagram at the Jurassic Park Compound, because I always love to see what you guys can come up with. In the meantime, for more Jurassic related content, you know where to find me. Links will be in the description box below. You guys take care, and I'll see you around the compound.